I gave an AI $500 and told it to build me a dropshipping store. Day 1, it looked like a scam. Day 7, it had made real money. And somewhere in between, I figured out exactly why 95% of people who try this fail before they see a single sale. I'm not here to sell you a strategy. I'm here to show you what actually happened. The ugly days included, because every other video about AI dropshipping skips the part where nothing worked. That's the part you actually need to see. The first thing I had to figure out, what to sell. And this is where most people get destroyed. They pick a niche they personally love. That feels smart. It's not. Liking something and knowing whether strangers will spend money on it are two completely different skills. The right question isn't what do I enjoy, it's what do people keep buying, whether they feel like it or not. I went with sports and fitness, not because I'm obsessed with it, because the numbers made sense. The global fitness market is worth over $100 billion. The audience buys consistently, and the product range goes from $8 impulse buys to $300 gear. That's room to test without betting everything on one product. But picking the niche was the easy part. What came next is where I nearly walked away. Here's what the dropshipping gurus don't talk about enough. Building the store used to be the bottleneck. Not anymore. I used a free AI tool called Build Your Store. You give it your niche, pick a banner, and it builds the entire Shopify structure. Products, layout, descriptions in under an hour. No code, no design experience, $1 total to get live, including the Shopify trial fee. Does it learn from what sells? Does it adapt based on data? Does it update itself automatically? I ran it through those 3 questions. The answer on all 3? Not yet. It removes the setup friction, but it won't tell you what to actually sell or who to sell it to. That part is still on you. I connected it to AutoDS for product sourcing. AutoDS pulls items already selling well on other platforms and loads them directly into your store. Photos, pricing, descriptions included. Trial, 99 cents. But here's where I made a mistake that cost me 2 days of 0 sales, and I almost didn't catch it. AutoDS gives you hundreds of products. Most of them are wrong for you. This is the part most tutorials completely skip. I built a 3-question filter. 1. Does it solve a real problem or satisfy a real desire? Not just look interesting. 2. Is the price low enough that someone buys without needing to think? 3. Does it look unusual enough that someone stops scrolling before they've read a single word? The breathing trainer hit all 3. It solves a real fitness problem. It was priced at £13.42, low enough to be an impulse buy. And it looks genuinely strange in use, which means curiosity does the selling before your copy even loads. I ordered it myself before listing it, not to be precious, but because when a customer contacts you with a complaint about something you've never held, you can't help them. Bad customer experience kills your review score. A low review score kills your conversion rate. I'd rather spend £13 and know exactly what I'm selling. The golf clips and resistance bands were steady secondary picks, proven sellers. Nothing exciting. The hat was seasonal filler. Store built, products loaded. And then I hit the problem that makes or breaks every single dropshipping store, and it has nothing to do with products. You can have the best store ever built and make 0 sales if nobody sees it. Most beginners at this point run Facebook ads. That's a mistake when you're starting with limited budget. Facebook ads have a learning phase. You're burning money while the algorithm figures out who to show your product to. It can take weeks and hundreds of dollars before you see a return. I chose micro-influencers instead, and here's the uncomfortable math. A creator with 800,000 followers might get you 0.1% conversion. That's 800 people clicking, maybe 8 buying. A micro-influencer with 14,500 highly engaged followers in the exact right niche. Studies show micro-influencers drive up to 60% higher engagement rates and over 20% better conversion than mega accounts. That's because the relationship is closer. The trust is real. When they recommend something, their audience listens.
I found 2 creators, the Gray Brothers, 14,500 Instagram followers, high energy content, slightly absurd humor. That tone matched the breathing trainer perfectly because the breathing trainer is a strange looking product. Strangeness is the hook. The brief was 3 lines. Show it in use, make it funny, keep it under 30 seconds, include a link. What they delivered: someone spots their friend wearing what looks like a mask in the gym, gets confused, asks what it is, gets an explanation, and the call to action lands at the end naturally. It didn't feel like an ad. It felt like something that actually happened. That's exactly why it worked. After 24 hours, 10 genuine sales, not counting the 2 test purchases I made myself. 10 sales at $13.42 each equals $134.20 in revenue, converted to roughly $170. After product costs, influencer fee, and Shopify charge, $80.35 profit. Now, $80 is not life-changing. Here's the number that is. That $80 came from one product, one creator, one day. A store that cost $1 to build and under an hour to set up. Once the system goes live, something strange happens. Most of the annoying work disappears because tools like AutoDS quietly handle the hardest parts automatically. Orders processed, shipping handled, Inventory syncing, done in the background. You're not sitting there packing boxes in your living room. You're not answering shipping emails at midnight. You're not constantly refreshing tracking numbers wondering if customers are angry. The machine simply keeps moving, even while you sleep. And that changes the economics of the business completely. Because most people still think dropshipping means chaos, late-night customer complaints, constant stress, random products failing. But AI-powered systems remove a huge amount of operational friction. The real question becomes, can you consistently find products people actually want and get trusted people to promote them? That's where most beginners completely misunderstand the game, because they obsess over winning products. Meanwhile, the smarter operators obsess over trust. Let's run the numbers. Imagine one influencer partnership returns only half the results of what the Gray brothers achieved. Not viral success, not unrealistic YouTube fantasy numbers, just average performance. Now multiply that across 10 products, 10 micro-influencers, 30 days. Suddenly, you're looking at somewhere between $800 and $1,600 in profit. Not fake $70,000 per month in 7 days guru math, real money. Repeatable money, scalable money, built on a system that keeps working even when you're offline. And honestly, that's what makes this interesting, because AI dropshipping isn't some magical cheat code. It's almost the opposite. It removes excuses, it removes friction, it strips away setup problems, sourcing headaches, and logistics, leaving behind the one thing that was always the real business, human trust. Because people don't buy random products, they buy recommendations from people they already believe. And that's exactly why most dropshippers fail. Not because the tools are broken, but because they completely skip the trust part of the business. Here's the full playbook distilled. Pick a niche with real, consistent demand. Not one you happen to like. Use AI to build the store fast and load it with products that solve real problems. Order the products yourself. Find micro-influencers whose audience genuinely trusts them and whose content energy matches your product. Start with one product, prove it works, then scale. 7 days taught me this is real. It's not the passive income fantasy some videos sell you in the first 10 seconds, but it is a legitimate low-cost system that can grow if you treat it like a business and not a lottery ticket. If you want to see what happens when I scale this to 30 days and 10 products, like the video so I know to make the follow-up. The results were not what I expected. And if you want more realistic ways to make money online, the kind that actually work, watch this next.